So, as we know, Mr. Sam Foster. Let me just speak on this man here. He is one of the senseis of peaking. He is with just being consistent with all of his efforts and what he does. He is one of our great speaker who dives in the trenches with us. And I love every bit of it. This man can gather some numbers, man. I would love to actually shadow him and follow him on the little things that he does. And in some sense of the word, he kind of gives us that. I always call it like for the couple of years, he's given us a summer camp, as I call it. He goes out in the fields and he'll show you the things that are in your own city by going through his city in close proximity. So universities and colleges, coffee shops. He's been to department stores. He's been to conferences, and it's not just him going to these places, but the people that he's met. These like high end people. Some people it's just casually, uh, stay at home moms. Seeing some of those people, what's making people just kind of like you're in the middle of your day. What is it that you do? So just being curious of the different people that are around him. So really just great. He's gotten a lot of success from just doing that and fills up his calendar of not just peaking, but now numbers. Now he's able to present to so many different people. And that's honestly, that is his revenue, is by having all those names. That's what gets him all that makes him lucrative in that sense of the word. It gives him wealth because you never know who you're talking to. So it's just really good. Also, just to feel his energy, it's infectious. And him being from the Lone Star State, Texas, we were in his neck of the woods just a couple of weeks ago. It felt awesome. Got some great news from there for those that are, this is your first time on here. Welcome. Just got some great news for just a couple of different things that are going to be happening here with ACN. So grateful for ACN and just the culture that it presents. So, with my pleasure, we're going to share a video coming from him. He couldn't be with us, but that's okay. We kind of talked and said, hey, man, we need your energy. So, so we're gonna have him live the next time. But let me just say, he still gives that same kind of infectious energy along with it. So if you can put your hands together for Mr. Sam Foster.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ACN family, as well as those individuals who are chiming in from across the seas, across the country, and around the globe. It has been a wonderful, wonderful month. We have finished up with the international convention we just had here in Dallas, Texas, a few weeks back. And guys, we are excited. I just wanted to come on for this last Friday in the month of March to let you guys know four words, if you're taking notes, four words, a job to do. That's right, that's right, that's right, a job to do. Everybody should by now have their marching orders, and you have a job to do. With that said, I want to thank everybody that's on the call from across the country. Like I said, guys, Jabri Clemens, Mr. Thomas for his leadership and the role that he plays, guys. But now we have a job to do. I'm going to give these marching orders, guys, and everybody knows exactly what they need to do. All right. Right now, guys, we are in what we call the first quarter. We are wrapping up the first quarter of the year. The next time we have our international convention would be in September. And if I'm doing my math correct, guys, we have a nice amount of time to get the job done. And I know I'm speaking to everybody when I say this, especially guys when you're ready to get promoted, things of that nature. Remember three things I want you to keep in your mind. Three things I want you to put in your belt. Three things I want you to remember when you get out there and you're doing your job. First one is, guys, stay focused. That's right, that's right. Stay focused. I know sometimes we can get off center. Don't worry about that. Stay focused. The job you have, the task you have, ladies and gentlemen, is to stay focused. I'll give you guys a little tidbit. Last week, of course, I told you guys that I was going to Alabama. Had a wonderful, wonderful time in the great state of Alabama, which is my home state, by the way. And I stopped over in Tennessee. And while I was doing that, guys, I continued to stay focused. Got a lot of leads I'm following up with this week as we speak. Got a few people that should be coming on board. Then, guys, I work the airports. So if you plan on traveling these next couple of months, guys, work the airports. That's right. That's right. We used to have this phrase back in the day that says, strangers will make you a fortune. And I truly believe that, guys. I truly believe that. Stay focused, work your atmosphere. If you're going to be traveling, work the highways, work the byways, work the cafeterias, guys. Be cordial to people, but stay focused. Second thing I want to leave with you is remember your why. Everybody at this point should be remembering their why. Why did they get started in ACN? Why they want to free up their time, free up the opportunity to make extra money. Why they want to do the things that would take them from where they are now to being free, not just financially free, guys, but free in your time. Now let me break this down. Let me unpack this for a second, right? I want you guys to think about something. I want you guys to really think about being able to travel during the week when everybody's at work, being able to free up time to be more flexible on a weekday. Now, I tell you that because I want somebody to really be thinking about how they move. Now, I'm going to give you an example. I started traveling back here to Dallas on a Monday. And as I was traveling, I noticed that I felt freer, I felt more relaxed, and I didn't feel rushed because I started thinking to myself, this is the level of consistency that I want to continue to embark upon. Because if I can free up my time more to help other people, let's just imagine what other people can do for other people. Think about that for a second. That needs to sit on somebody. That needs to sit on somebody. If you can free up more time to help other people, imagine what they can do to help other people. Not only that, guys, but now we know that we have things coming down the pipe before the year is out that could also help other people. And the current things that we have that can help other people. Now, as I started picking other people in these different states, I was letting these people know that never had heard of ACN before. I let them know that we were already in their area. I know other people don't pay attention to that sometimes, but guys, that's important to let people know that we're already in their area. Not that we're trying to come in the area, we're trying to penetrate territory. We're already in your state. Why? Because we're all over the United States. That's important for people to know that we're already there. It's also important, guys, to let people know to send them your information, to send them your website so they can see how things work. And if you're doing like you're supposed to be doing, and I've said this before, let's put a photo on your website to increase your credibility, to increase your authenticity of people knowing who you are. Give an example. I was giving my information to a few people that was in the airport. They were asking me what I did. And once I shot my website, guys, it was an instant reaction because they were actually able to see me on the website, picture frame and all. and look at me personally. That increased the credibility of what I was doing. That's a powerful tool that somebody needs to pay attention to when you're peaking somebody. And then if you're able, guys, to let them know to look at our products and services, because they're going to be looking at things, remember, guys, that they're already doing. The only difference is they're not making money or they're not saving money. And then on top of that, you have the incredible ability, guys, to have these individuals see the actual compensation plan. And that compensation plan can be given to them in the tune of Tony Cooper's, the 8-minute video. As a matter of fact, I want to say, if I'm not off, 8 minutes and 22 seconds. Now, that's a powerful tool to use. Number one, it's going to take away a lot of heavy lifting from somebody who doesn't do a whole lot of, I won't say conversation, but I would say a whole lot of rapport building. That's going to do it. And the quicker you can get that information into somebody's phone, into somebody's eyesight, that's the faster, guys, that these individuals are going to see who you are, what you do, and how you get paid, right? And the last time I checked, unless I'm wrong, guys, the last time I checked, you'll be able to send them information, guys, that has a compensation plan attached to it that's live, which means it's the compensation plan that allows them to see. Because some people say, well, what's in it for me? What does the money look like? Well, if you want to, give them a screenshot or a peek in the window, if you will, of what the money looks like, the compensation plan that's put together by one of the co-founders is an excellent peeking tool. Because guys, once you throw them that, then it's time to stockpile doing the same thing and put it on repeat. Because if you put that on repeat, guys, now you have traction in what you're doing. To be honest, guys, just this week alone, I may have 15 people I got to call back, and I've been calling them back all week long, setting up appointments, setting up PBR, setting up PBR. Why? Because I know some people are going to say, well, I'm busy right now. Can we get together on the weekend? Fine, no problem with that. But schedule the appointments. Because once you do that, guys, you're putting together a game plan. So once you knock those individuals off, then you'll be able to section them off. IBO, customer, IBO, customer, IBO, customer. And once you can do that on repeat, you're going to see your momentum build, build, and build. Because you're going to be really knocking off two birds with one stone. Let me say that again. You're going to be knocking off two birds with one stone. You're going to be building up traction. You're going to be you're going to be actually peaking. So you're going to be getting out who your IBO is going to be, who your customer is going to be. And then you're going to be setting yourself up for future success, because then you can tell them, who do you know I need to know? So that way you don't have to offend anybody. You just let them know, hey, who do you know I need to know? Do I need to reach out to, this person for you, that person for you? Do you have any questions? Then you want to section off those people that you know that are more serious than others, that are more based to be your customers than your IBOs. And then you attach the customer base to other people that you may need to talk to through those people. Why is this important? This is important, guys, because if you can get that in momentum for yourself, you're going to find yourself picking more people. You're going to find yourself being more motivated when you go out to talk to other people. And then you're going to find yourself attaching yourself to various people, like real estate people, people that sell insurance, people that professional people, doctors, lawyers. Why is that important? Because everybody already does your services. Let's get that out the way. For everybody that's thinking, remember, guys, if you're a brand new person trying to come aboard, you can knock a lot of this off by recognizing that everybody already does your services. You're just trying to divide and conquer, figure out what sections they go in. And then that way you can use that as momentum. And that's what I'm doing. Because sometimes you have to water a plant and see it grow. Sometimes, guys, people are going to knock on your door because you do a thing called create momentum and consistency. And people are going to remember you. Your motivation should be, guys, number one, everybody's doing your stuff. And number two, you got to say to yourself, if everybody's doing my stuff, I owe it to myself and to them to present it to them. I owe them that. If it attaches itself to them or somebody else, so be it. But I own that. I think we shortchange ourselves, guys, a lot of times when we don't put ourselves in a position of respecting ourselves. And that brings me to my last point. Believe in yourself. That's the only thing you got to do at this point, guys. Believe in yourself. Because if you believe in yourself, and I'm a borrow this from one of the co-founders, and he said this at the convention. He said, there's no need to say that ACN doesn't work. Or is it that you're not working? I'm going to let that sit. I'm going to let that sit. I think that everybody can bring their own type of game plan to the table with everything that we have in place for you to win with. For you to win with. The first thing I would suggest, guys, and I've said this before, the first thing I would suggest, be your own customer. Let's make sure we exhaust everything that we can get through ourselves. So that way we arm ourselves with the tools that's necessary to push momentum when we're talking to other people. And by the way, we get compensated for that. So it's not like we're a company that sits around and we do our products and we don't get compensated for it. That's one of the whole purposes of our compensation plan, for us to be compensated for what we do. That should be a motivation by itself to go out and be motivated to push others and to galvanize and corral everybody around to say, hey, you can do this too. But we have to be the proof in our own pudding. In other words, guys, we have to be doing what we're saying and not just saying what we're saying. Because I've said this before years ago. I can't see myself knowing we do something on a regular basis and I don't participate in it to build up my own business. In other words, we have to get to a point to where we continue to put ourselves in the fabric of ACN. So that way, talking to somebody should come as second nature because we're already doing what we have and we're getting compensated for. Now, with that said, guys, I told you I wasn't going to be on long because I got a couple of things I got to do. Number one is I got a PBR set up. Matter of fact, I got two. But I want to come on just to give you guys this last pep talk for this last quarter, the first quarter of the year, ending the first quarter of the year, this 28th day of March. With that said, guys, I know we can do it. We just have to continue to put our best foot forward and be consistent in what we do. Because consistency breeds persistency, and persistency will always breed success. With that said, guys, look forward to seeing you guys here in the near future. Look forward to seeing you guys in a state near you because I will be there. Thank you guys for having me on the call. I look forward to seeing you soon. That's been my time, and let's go.